even on a devastating day, remember this was the worst day for the Dow this year, there can be some positive themes. If you're willing to look hard enough, though, take the cannabis cohort. The group has been a house of pain for months, ever since Wall Street started to care about the actual results and not just the grand plans that could go nowhere. But in a rough month for the averages, many of the marijuana stocks have been bouncing, in part because they reported better than expected numbers. Which brings me to Village Farms International. That's a small and speculative Canadian cannabis grower. This is an interesting company because originally it was a produce play. Yeah, that's right. Greenhouse grower of tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers. Then Canada legalized weed, and they started growing that too, as well as adding outdoor hemp production for the CBD space. Yesterday morning, Village Farms reported a big top and bottom line beat, 27% sales growth when you include the results from their joint ventures, which you must do. The company even had a surprise profit. For cannabis, they own 50% of Pure Sun Farms, which saw its sales grow by 125% versus the previous quarter. The stock only rallied 2% on the news because it had already run up substantially into the print, and today it gave up most of that. So could the better-run marijuana stocks be a good place to go in a brutal tape? Let's dig deeper with Mike DeGiglio. He is the CEO of Village Farms International. To learn more about his company and where it's headed, Mr. DeGiglio, welcome to Mad Money.
Hello. Pleasure to be here, Jim. Thank
you, sir. Since this is your first time on the show, could you walk our viewers through what you guys do and how you pivoted from being a company that was really a greenhouse for vegetables into something much bigger and I think more lucrative?
Sure. Well, Village Farms, I mean, we have 3 decades of large-scale precision agriculture. We have almost 10 million square feet of production in greenhouses between the U.S. and Canada, and tremendous know-how, decades of experience growing these high-value crops. So for us, the switch to cannabis was just really another agricultural crop. And in that regard, we saw the transformation of our assets through a much more valuable crop from produce. So, you know, we've been very happy in the produce business. We're shifting that platform south of the U.S. border due to NAFTA, and the cannabis products, cannabis in Canada as well as CBD in the U.S. just gives us a great opportunity to deliver unmatched results, and now, that's where we're headed.
I looked at your growth, which is extraordinary, but also you have a very well-aligned management team. You own a great deal, and I think a lot of people want in the cannabis space, they're not used to seeing that. A lot of the CEOs have almost no stock. You're pretty entrenched here, right?
Sure. I have about 20% ownership in the company. I'm the founder 30 years ago. And I really believe in the future. So I'm aligned with our shareholders, and I think it brings a different element because I'm at risk. And, dilution's only dilution if the share price doesn't go up, but we take it very seriously. We want to be 80% correct that decisions we make will pay out. And in that regard, I think I am different, but it's really about our team. We're very team-oriented. We're Village Farms. Most of our people have been with us 20, 25 years, if not 30. And more importantly, the young team that we've put together in Pure Sun Farms that have taken our strategy and now bringing it to a CPG platform in Canada, I think is very exciting. I think as we launch our brand, on top of the fact that we're probably one of the top performing companies in the space, at least from profitability, both sides of the border, highest EBITDA, highest margin, low-cost producer. And I can tell you in my 30 years, there's nothing more prudent than being a low-cost producer in agriculture because every commodity, every agriculture commodity will eventually commoditize out. So will this.
Right. Now, one last question. I know that you low-cost producer, which is terrific, but you do have extensive relationships from your vegetable business with companies like Walmart, with Whole Foods, with Trader Joe's, with Kroger. Would they be willing to take your vegetables, say your cannabis, and you sell it to them white label, and they make CBD products out of it of their own?
That's absolutely on our radar screen because, it's taken a lot over 30 years to have these relationships, and these are great companies, and you don't just get in the door easily. So if we can leverage that up, even though they're different departments, at least we're coming in with a reputation of selling most retailers in the U.S. and Canada over 30 years, and we look forward to doing that, as well as developing or purchasing our own brands as we move forward. So, yeah, that's all on the table.
All right, terrific. Congratulations, it's a good quarter. Sorry you had to report during such a rough time for the market. Too bad. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
All
that's
right,
Michael DeGiglio, Village Farms International CEO. Speculative, but low-cost producer of a commodity, which is what this is. So it's kind of an interesting stock. Stick with Cramer. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.